Hi, this is Kimba Green from White Lion Social. Today I'm going to be vlogging about mojoLive. And mojoLive is a social platform that I've been playing with lately and I'm really enjoying it. So I just wanted to share how I've been using it and the experience that I've had with it to see if maybe you'd be interested in it too. So mojoLive is a little bit different than some of the social platforms, and it's you can't really compare it to LinkedIn, you can't compare it to Facebook, you really can't compare it to anything because there's nothing really out there quite like it yet. But as far as professionally, or the way that you have your certifications or the things that you've accomplished in your career, that's where the value of mojoLive is. But it's different than LinkedIn because it isn't a job site, and it really isn't a site to necessarily be connected to people. It's a way to show the certifications that you have accumulated throughout your career, as well as the different organizations that you're associated with, possibly the various different speaking opportunities that you've had, or the conferences that you've gone to, the portfolios you've put together, because all of this can be stored up there. So if you create a presentation, you put it down where you presented at, and you could actually store the whole presentation right there under your portfolio. So if anybody was looking for that information or looking for somebody like you that had these skills, they would be able to find you. So with mojoLive, once you sign up, it asks you the various different questions that you would get with LinkedIn. In fact, it will import your resume over there. But that's where it stops being like LinkedIn, because it expands it out. So you can put down all the different certifications that you've gotten, no matter how small they are. But what's really cool is being able to keep track of where you have been conference-wise, because we all go to tons of conferences, but it's hard to remember which conferences did I go to, when did I present at this one, did I not present, and this is just a great way to store them all in there. And it's a great way to let people know how involved you are in your particular industry or your particular technology. So mojoLive started off in October 2009, and it's still fairly small, but it's really taken off. I think they only have about 1,000 people that are in the database as of yet, but it's growing. And when I first jumped into it, I really saw that it's mostly techie people that are there. So you have a lot of programmers and developers and such. And if you're not that, what use would you have? And that's usually the question I get. Now, I'm not a programmer or developer, but these particular people with these skills, I want to have that communication with, because I know only so much, but I would like to be able to refer them to my clients, or find somebody that has that level of expertise, or if I just have a question, or maybe it's someone that I'm following and they're going to be presenting at a particular conference, that may be my motivation to go to that conference, to hear that person, to see what they have to offer. So with mojoLive, you can store all that in there. Now, with only 1,000 people, like I said, it's still pretty limited, but it's getting out there. Now, one of the things that mojoLive has tossed into the mix is this gamification aspect, where you earn little bottle caps, literally bottle caps, for different things that you accumulate, whether it's so many followers, whether it's so many certifications, how many conferences you've gone to, all kinds of different crazy things. And in fact, I just presented at the DMAW Social Summit Conference, and one of the things that I was talking about was mojoLive. So what they did was they made me up a bottle cap just for that summit. So anybody that signed up that went to that summit will automatically earn that bottle cap. So it's just a little gamification side. It's not a big deal, but we all like it when we get things. So it's sort of fun, even though you may not want to admit, well, I don't want to do mojoLive because I don't need to do the gamification aspect. Well, you don't have to. It's just part of it. And you really will find that it's sort of fun, but it is just a fun side. It's not the serious side. The serious side is the amount of information that you can store in there, and the historical data. I always, in my classes when I teach about social, I always try to explain the importance of LinkedIn, because it keeps that archival history of the things that we've accomplished and the things that we've done. through how we're posting to LinkedIn. Well, Mojo really takes that and takes it further, because it's not through what I'm posting as far as updating my information, like, putting up my status. It is really being able to keep track of the events that I've attended, the conferences, the different certifications that I have accumulated. And these things are huge, because we go to a lot of these events, and it's so hard to show that to people of how much involved you are in your industry, whether it be a small group like the social media club of Frederick, or it could be one of the big national level conferences or associations that you're a member of. Well, you put all those down, and that really, when people are looking at it, that shows how much invested you have in your career. Now, this is not a job site. This is not where you're putting this all up because people are going to be skimming it to find potential employees. That's not what it's there for. It is there so that you can show your level of expertise in the various different industries that you participate in. That's it. And that is a huge piece of information. Now, the site is free, and I think it's going to be really pushed out strong to colleges. I see it as a college student thinking about going into an industry. When they start looking at mojoLive, they will start to realize the type of certifications that they really need to get in order to work in various different industries. It will also allow them perhaps to start up a mentoring relationship with different people in the industries that they have interest in. That's a big deal, because we need to keep guiding the people that are coming behind us to the things that we've already figured out, because we do want to make it easier for them. So mojoLive does that. It also, they're working on the side where it's like an enterprise offering, where in-house it literally turns into an LMS, a learning management system, where you can use it to track your various different people in all your different departments to what certifications they have, or perhaps which ones they need to get, or who's going to what conference and what did they do in their portfolio and their work they've had. I think that could be quite an interesting use for especially the larger corporations to in-house bring their learning management system together without having it so completely built from the ground up, where they can work with mojoLive, drop it into their enterprise, and work with it in-house and really track their people. I can see a big use for that. Now, since mojoLive is still in the infancies, excuse me, they are adding new things all the time, and they're going to be adding direct messages. They're going to be adding just different ways that you can communicate with each other, but they're just going to make it better, better, better. It seems like every time I jump on there, they're adding another small little aspect of it. More searchability to it. They will be making changes every day. And I had a great conversation with Kevin, who is their digital marketing specialist. Had a great conversation over lunch about the things that they wanted to do and where they wanted to go with this product. And that's really the result of everything that I'm telling you. Is I love the product, they're loving the product, and we're just having a great time with it. And since it is free, I think it's worth it just to try it, to see what happens. And you're going to see, I put it at the bottom of the screen where you'll get the little code, because it's still in beta, so it's still by invite only. But I'll give you a special code, so if you want to go in and check it out and see what happens with it, you can go ahead and look me up, and I will follow you back, and we'll start sharing our certifications, and you will be able to start maybe connecting with some interesting different people that are in your industry, or maybe people that aren't in your industry. So good luck with it. And again, this is Kimba from White Line Social, and we'll be talking to you soon. Bye.